It's freaking cold today. I swear to God, I'm going to know what I'm doing soon. Okay, now I'm up and running. Anybody here? Come look for me. Ah, hello. You found me. Yes, now it's working. It's probably because I was messing with the gimbal so much it just broke off and said I give up. So, because this is the first day on the notebook SIM card to see if it's going to really work, because I need to see my chat, which I'm not, on my other phone. So, we did get dogs today, though. Look at the little ones. See? It starts with puppies and go from there. Let me see. Okay, now I can see my own chat. So, you know who, good night. Oh yeah, building does cause problems sometimes. I was doing the mobile hotspot with the camera that's in my hand with the phone that is used for real, and we were dropping out way too much, and so that's why I actually did a notebook SIM card. That was a guy thinking he was funny. Why do men always think they're funny when they're stupid? No, she was fucking 2 Yorkies. Mini Yorkies. I know, I didn't think they come that small either. I think during the time when they were carrying dogs in their purses, I think that's when they popped up. So yes, welcome back everybody. Hi, Sean. Good for now. Yes, and I can tell if... Have we hit the obnoxious part of San Francisco? Because for me, it's also brand new. Because I've never hung out in this area. So it's like, I don't know what the obnoxiousness is. And look, there's somebody taking a picture of Scientology. It's like, is this some kind of Pikachu, or not Pikachu, Pokemon Go to take a picture of the front of the Scientology, probably with me? Hello, Dewey, it's a fraud. Just wondering. So, yeah, and I can read it better if I turn it on my phone, because the heart thingy doesn't get in the way. So now I've got it. Now I should have it perfect enough for today, considering I didn't even think I'd get this far. So it's somebody walking around with a horn. Okay, making sure it was zoomed out enough. She's not here yet, but she will be. I have my Zoom party, or my Zoom cop. She'll be here soon. So, yes, I know it is. Hi, Christy, how are you? Okay, so Thursday, I didn't know if the doors were open or not, because I parked somewhere where they wouldn't see me. So, hello, Lily from Northern Indiana. I'm sorry. Yeah, they are. JWs are a little... They take the not being weird in public, but are to the nth degree. It's hard to explain. I was... my babysitter between 5 and 10 was a JW. It was very weird. I think she was sacrificing me, believe it or not. So, do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Did you make your numbers today? You know, I'm never here before 2. I don't know why. I would love to add a little bit of annoyance while you're trying to make your numbers. But if it's going the way it has been, and I saw baby Bufu a couple of days ago, so he must be back from wherever he was. So, You probably made your numbers. You'll make your numbers till he leaves, and then you'll have to struggle all over again. So it could be why there aren't people sitting there at the door just growling at me. But keep working at it, or you can leave. There are places that'll help you. Freaks. Christy, you can call me later. Yes, we're not here for your life right now. We try not to be very public because Scientology sucks. So my silver Mercedes isn't here today. I haven't seen the GTI in a long time. I think ever since the time I realized, or ever since the time they put both the plates back on so they could have me register it, that it happened. So what have I been seeing lately? The Tesla, yes. They had the black Tesla, and I think he probably got in trouble for parking right 10 feet away from me one Sunday, because he sort of disappeared after that, so he was probably getting yelled at in LA. So yeah, he probably got yelled at in LA for a week and then got sent back here. So, but I did see him on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. Could have been Monday. So, I mean, he's the only one. He pretty much proves that the beard mustache conglomerate in the world is disappearing, because he's the only one I see out in public now with them. I mean, celebrities might have them, but he's not a real celebrity, especially now. Now he's not a celebrity anymore. So, kid coming. Let's look at all the nasty jobs that they need to fix. Oh yeah, no, that's my thing, Lily, is I don't do the CSA because of my CSA is very, very too intense to talk about. I talk about getting them out and getting rid of their tax exempt status. So I have things that I tell them that they probably don't know about how to get out. But I'm also trying to shame them into fixing this. All of this like dilapidation that's happening on the sunny side, because the sunny side is where it's getting, ripped up by the sun 3 or 4 hours a day. And it can get hot right here. Not all of San Francisco is constantly windy. So I keep wanting to show it, because after the election, they'll have nothing to talk about in local news at all. So someone will probably forward this piece to them, and then I'll probably have at least 3 networks coming here and talking to me about, why am I doing this? And you could have made this really pretty when they opened the pyramid, because the pyramid got lots of press. And one of my theories, my conspiracy theories, is that the developer for the pyramid probably came over here and offered to make this look pretty at least. And they said no, because, they're Scientologists. Oh, and look, this is the reason I don't give out flyers. Because they get put like that, and then they become garbage. I am taking this and putting it in the garbage. So, I'm not supposed to keep these for Aaron anymore, am I? Or who were we keeping them for? Keeping them for someone once. And these are new, definitely. They got a whole, 6-7 boxes of things that look like flyer shaped. Actually, they look that way. I thought they were foldables, but they're not. So, oops. Oh, my knee's bothering me. Let's see. Hold on. Go back. Okay. Whoops. People. That's rude. Oh, okay. I'll try. Thanks, Fez. No, you don't want your son near them. If there's somebody there that you don't like, have them call. I didn't say that. I know. Well, I'll just exercise my fingers. Out demons, out demons. You know, because, you know, what was I watching? Was it Natalie this morning? I was watching, talking about her sister being sent to Miami to go find recruits, and they shipped the recruits to LA and leave her in Miami, and she was 17. And it's like, because, you know, they all think they're all adults, even at the small age. And it's like, maybe people should look at it this way. This religion was started by a science fiction writer. And Xenu is science fiction. Get it? So, but unfortunately, this was probably 20 years ago. So there's not really anything you can do about it. But it does make me want to keep my eye out around here when I'm here to see if people that look like it could be in the working in there are not getting, or are not being happy or something. There was something I was going to say. I got distracted by a fly. That's a big fly. Look at the fly. Anyway. No, I don't have ADHD. No. I don't know where they got that from. So, yes, the purpose of me showing this every day and talking about it and saying that it's been falling apart after they're the ones who renovated it when they bought it, which goes around the loophole of, if you buy a historic building, you have to keep it in the condition you bought it in. Well, if you buy a historic building that was broken when you bought it, and then you make it pretty again, I guess you can let it go until it reaches the decrepit level that it was when you bought it. We don't have a historical society here in San Francisco. Someone in a higher authority told me to call a building inspector. Maybe one of these days I'll just wander around City Hall and see if I can find something. This is one thing that bothers me about internet. It's made it real easy to people to find things, but it is not easy to find the obscure things. Like, I bet you if I go to City Hall or the offices of San Francisco, oh look, there's one coming towards me. That if I walk around, I could probably do it better. Oh, look, I lost my chat. What the hell did I do? Oh, there I am. Okay. So, I'm sorry. You're gonna walk past that one? But you don't want to go in that door? Why, is it got cooties? Don't they all have cooties? Wow. It's like, what was he, body routing me when he walked by? It's like, no, you don't want me. You guys all think I'm a freaking serpent. So, keep going. Oh, you went out the other door and then came around. No, you're going in the front door. Okay, cool. What the hell was that about? Yeah, I actually said that I wanted to know who is being how do you say it nicely? In my opinion, somebody must be getting something out of it that they haven't condemned the building, because now there are 2 cracks after 2 earthquakes. So that means it is unstable. So yes, Fuzz, Papa Cat found one yesterday and tweaked it, and now we have a pyramid emoji. Oh yeah, unfortunately no. Remember, I'm a demon, so that my demons aren't felled by the sun hitting the window. So yeah. I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing that one of your people can walk by me and show absolutely nothing. No flinching, no looking, no twitching, that I existed right next to him. I don't think it's going to wind up very good when he goes through all of his courses, and he'll be great. He'll make it to an OTA. It'll probably only cost him $150,000. But he will have absolutely no apathy, or nothing but apathy, for the world. How do you fix the world if the people you have, you're teaching them to completely separate themselves from the rest of the world? Do not adopt compassion. Do not adopt empathy. Nothing like that. Helping your fellow man. If the only fellow man you're helping is Davy, why are you here? Shouldn't you just be where he lives, in LA? Because, your number is getting smaller. That's why you're trying to get the kids. The skateboarders up here know who Aaron is, and they are not happy with him. They know what happened at Braille. So, especially the tearing down the skate ramp overnight. They know that. It's gotten around. There are other channels now that are talking about it. So, you pretty much gave yourself a bomb to put in front of the people that skateboard here, because they don't necessarily like him. And especially considering he was with Braille, and I looked it up and it was in accordance with the Lighthouse for the Blind. So I guess he couldn't do that because that was a disability, and you guys don't believe in disabilities. Everybody has to be perfect until they're probably middle-aged, and then they can be not perfect, middle-aged perfect though. So that's the way you guys want to live. I wouldn't want to. You might want to get out and come out here and join the real world that has real things going on, and people do care about other people, and we'll help them cross the street if they really need to. If you can't relate to any of that, you're not really being human, you're being a robot. And I'm sure that Lord God King Bufu wants you to do that, but that's not healthy for your own body and brain. I didn't say mental health, because I know you guys don't believe in it, even though that's what this was all about until he got snubbed by the psychiatrists. But yeah, you're also relying on a man who writes science fiction and made his future character, Xenu, live in a world that was exactly like 1953. This doesn't make any sense on a lot of different levels, freaks.
Yeah, I'm gonna be stuck going back there.
Let's see. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going back. Oh my God, cable cars and pyramids. It's like a middle finger. Thank you. Oh my God. Thanks, Rez, for putting up the iPhone thing. Tell him to fix the building. Yeah, I'll say that next. Remind me next time. I never look at the chat when I'm talking, because since I am ADD and brain fog for real, I can get distracted too easy. I tried it yesterday and I got completely thrown off. Yeah, then they should know. I mean, have they had a building inspector there? I think you would see a crane if they were having a building inspector there. And they're just as weird about earthquakes as we are. If the building's not safe, they'll condemn it. And if they think the building's really not safe, they'll just tell people to leave right now. So, I wish. Let's see. Oh God, you guys got past me again. Yes, Audit LA is definitely a Shiro sitting. Yes, this channel is a huge supporter of her. I wish I had her ovaries. I swear to God, she can talk it and she can get into it. They seem to be working fine now, Papa Cat. The first time I tried it, I messed with the gimbal and threw it all to hell. But that was only like 3-4 minutes in, and so I restarted it. That's why it's part 2. So, oh, hi, Carrie Ann. Papa Cat says I need to take a picture with you, Natalie, and Fuzz together. And it's like, I think I'll do it from the back of the car around the volcano. So, I know I do love the pyramid. He showed it to me like late last night. And that's when he said, oh, maybe we should figure out if this works. Like, what? To see if it worked, the notebook. See, I keep calling it notebook. That aged me so badly. The tablet SIM card works. and it seems to be working pretty well. The only time it dropped out was when I fussed with everything and I messed up God knows what in the network. The network went, I'm done. So yeah, we have to go walking around the pyramids soon, probably when I'm not tired when I leave the house. Oh, I have to apologize. I need to send Dusty an email. I apologized on the email, but by the time I was using a heavy keyboard talking to you, Carrie Ann, and it was just like, still hadn't eaten dinner either. Forgot that our hamburger place takes a long time. Yes, I know I wanted to go too, but like I said, at the time, it's like I finally got my hamburger, and it always falls apart because it's a Harvest burger and not a hamburger. And I was just almost ready to cry because I had to cut up my hamburger, and I'm just like, I'm sure he'll understand. Dad in hospital, didn't feel it, started feeling it yesterday. Today I made it all the way to my car before I started feeling tired, so I'm getting better. And even with I don't know if the tablet SIM is going to work. So, and it's only going to be an extra $20 a month. So, yay! Probably because people aren't using them as much as they used to. First time I ever looked at a tablet SIM, it was $100. This was like 5 or 6 years ago. And it was like, that's why we made my phone a hotspot instead, because it was cheaper. So, but yes, if Dusty comes on here, I will do a lot of male coping because I did feel bad. And I didn't even go watch anybody. After that, we went to go watch Downton. That's how bad it was. Papa Cat knows that when I'm really tired and I just really want to hide behind the television, it's Downton. So, because I've watched it so much. So the thumbnail is Birdie, who I now call, Meredith half the time. And some people know who Meredith is. Watching Downton. So, well, watching us watch Downton. For some reason, she got on the front. I think because I picked you up, Carrie, your unicorn, and I put it on the counter. Well, the unicorn's been in front of the television forever, just not doing anything. And now I have a purpose. And now Birdie came up and went, oh, look, front. Yes, my version of a hamburger, if we go to Nations, because you also get pie, yum pie, is a harvester. I like their harvesters. They're veggie burgers, because a lot of hamburger makes me sick, or gives me a horrible stomach ache. Just nothing else, just a horrible stomach ache. Curry corn? Oh yes, the curry corn. Yes. But yeah, last night, because, you know, you sit there and go, well, I can do this, that, and the other. Papa Cat and I stopped finally talking to the television because he did the utmost Microsoft. Aw, how are you guys doing in there? Are you getting your coffee yet? Are you going to have fun and talk about nothing because you can? Or maybe you can just talk about finances because that's not blowing, you know, you won't get in trouble for it? Is that the way things have to go? So, I mean, isn't it coffee time, or am I running really late today? I wonder. Yeah, and so I was tired, and you know what? My anxiety took over. So that's why I wouldn't even watch anything, because I was mad at myself that my anxiety took over and I wound up like not coming to play. So it's like, I won't do that one again. I don't care how tired I am. I'll do it from the couch. So, and that was the first panic attack I had in like weeks. That wasn't a full-blown, I want to die one. I get them normally, so. They had to have, because Lord, baby Bufu is coming from here. So I think they are just going to skim until he leaves, in my opinion. So. And the pyramid does look like flipping someone off, doesn't it? Welcome to San Francisco. F you. What? Okay, You're coming out of the middle of nowhere again, sitting. Well, who's curtains and carpets? Christy, I hope you're getting joy out of this because I'm all over the place. If you threaten to come and visit, we'll have to get the bottom floor room together. Oh my God, you guys are hilarious. Okay, it's cold. I am really cold. I am really, 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 really cold. Cooties! That's all you'll get from there is cooties! The guy, someone walked in, the guy who was going in the opposite directions, just like, what? I love it. Oh, God, okay. Well, no, they don't. Well, yeah, they do, but I haven't been seeing it a lot lately. But what I do see them do is go to, I think, Postscript and Starbucks. But they're not allowed, like, donuts. There's a donut place up the street. But they go to Nico, too. So I don't know if they get food or just, like, espressos. Because everybody around here has an espresso machine. I think even the donut place does. Yes, cooties, lots of cooties. I love that cootie emoji. It's like, now I'm like, Christy, if you're here, look at the cootie emoji. As you can tell, she's one of the friends. I'm a mama cat. I'm her mama cat. So that's where the mama cat one came from, is people like Christy. Because they were younger than me back in the day. Now we're all old. So, let me see. So, oh, you know what? It might be a seasonal thing because the sun's in a different place, so I can sort of see through better even with the mirror. So maybe that's what they're doing, is doing a half-assed job, and they can't clean the windows. Look how awful those things are. Oh my God, I want to clean them so bad. That maybe the mirror doesn't work correctly. So then they're putting, you know, this crap, which looks even... Wow, they are losing interest in here, aren't they? Wonder what the hell happened. I'm reading, sorry. Okay. And checking to make sure that I'm not buffering. That's the main reason why I'm getting better at reading the chat, but I also can't get if anybody does anything, like become a new member or something, to the phone here, but it's also to see if I'm buffering. So, and luckily enough, all the times lately that I've wanted to say I wanted to inform the FCC, my dad was having interesting things. I've been checking on him every morning or afternoon. I can see him for lunch tomorrow. But yeah, he's probably like I was when I had the seizure. It's like, then what the hell is it? What the hell is wrong with me? Can I drive now? So, typical military government retire. Leave me alone until I ask you to come and take care of me, sort of thing. And I love him to death, so I do. He's even giving me crap when I was driving him home on Tuesday. I was like, I'll drop you off right here. Parents. So, what about that credit? Do you have any? Do you have credit cards that you don't know about? You should probably look at your credit score. You know, you can do it if you have a bank account. If you don't have a real bank account, you should get a bank account somewhere that they can't find. I'm sure it's possible, actually. There's got to be finance people on Reddit somewhere that can do that sort of stuff. Go with corporations or something. But if you do have credit cards that are maxed out, or they know what your credit card number is, you can always call your credit card company and pause your credit card. That way you don't close it and lose the credit, and that way you can pay it off without anybody else putting any more charges on it. Or you can get an American Express. They don't let Scientology play with those credit cards. So there are some outside credit agencies that don't let Scientology use them. That should tell you something. That shouldn't be something that you would think that is wrong and against your religion if they don't do that. Do you know how hard it is for a credit company to cut off a business they'd rather cut off their right arm. It's all about the money. But since they weren't paying it back and they were letting it all just go into the underground nowhere, they got tired of it. So that should also tell you something. So if you want to start getting on your own, not that you probably work a second job if you're a public, so start putting some money away slowly so you can get the heck out of here. You can also get help from organizations like sptvfoundation.org. They'll help you get out. And also, you'd be surprised what the protesting network can help you out with also, like me. So just being able to tell you these things. So, but if you want to go to the main library and check things out on a computer there, you can. All you have to do is remember to, before you leave, in the web browser, go to settings, go to history, and hit clear. That way it wipes out everything that you've done on there. So that's what you want to do, because you don't want them to know, you don't want whoever is following you to know, and that way they can't help it. And you know, I have an idea that I'm going to bring up for you guys tomorrow, freaks. I just thought about that. Portable privacy screens. I didn't think about that. There are privacy screens that you can just like, they like have a, they have cardboard around it, so you can use it pretty much when you travel or if you take it off a lot. And that would be interesting for them to be able to set up a portable privacy screen when they go look at a public computer. That would be a good one. See, this is what happens when you grow up being paranoid. Okay, it looks like Papa Cat's having fun today. Is that one new or just made up, or? Oh, let's see. I got, and now okay. The dad beast just agreed to lunch tomorrow at 11:30. 11:30 used to be a poke at him because I wanted to always be here by 1, 2. That's what started the whole 2 thing, was that we'd go to lunch at noon. So we had gotten into an old people tiff one day, and then I said, fine, can't do it. See you next week. And he wrote back, I can do 11:30. I'm like, okay, thank you. So, you know how parents are. He's the only one I have left, unfortunately. So, but at least I have one that's relatively young. He's 75, so 75, 76. So I'm like, he's a boomer. How about that one? He's a boomer. Never mind. But, so it's like, he's mine, I'm stuck with him. Oh, bummer. I know how he acts because I'm a chip off the old blockhead. You know how it goes. So, let's see. What is Scientology to me? Scientology to me is a organization that doesn't do any kind of benefit with any kind of people unless they're renting to people who are doing benefits for people. I am here because of Jonestown, because I was 10 when Jonestown happened, and you know, they went from here to Jonestown, and so we got to see it on all of the news stations, and our independent, quote-unquote, news station, which was KTVU, they stayed on it all the time, so we got to hear about all of it, see all the nasty pictures, find out how many congressmen were dead, blah, blah, blah. Boy, did they play that one piece of film forever that you probably cannot find now, just because it's not appropriate. So, that was when Leroy Ryan was being executed at the Plains. The cameraman actually, I guess, didn't let his finger off the camera, so after he was shot, he was still filming. So it's a very famous piece of film. So yeah, got way too close to the sun about Jonestown. Have no no space in my head for another cult. That's the easiest way to put it. So, and this is a big one, and that's the thing that bugs me. It's like big ones like this. Okay, this is interesting. Stable, composed, happy, responsible, active, and certain. Curious about yourself. Aren't those good things to be curious about? Why are they making them sound like they're bad things? That's weird. Not in a good way. Yeah, just if your personality is not what you want it to be, and it's good. Hi, Bob. Hello, my hair. That's what I ever think of. So, oh, and the open house, welcome to our public information center, which is where I usually stand. So I can stand right in front of it and not be blocking. Oh, there are 2 blue shirts. Blue vests. Can you see them? See them? See them? Those are the blue vests. I don't know what the heck they do. We should all try to find out who are the blue vests. All the vests that are here are usually gold until the rumor started that Cairo is baby Bufu. Then we started seeing a lot more people here and started seeing the blue vests. So I don't know what they're for. Usually everybody here is gold and gold piped or gold and black suited. So yeah, it's like, at least I liked fashion when I was younger. So I know when I see a fashion that just sticks in my craw. Yes, blue vests and gold vests are interesting. Considering that before the rumor of baby Bufu, it was always gold vests. It was always probably quiet around here. Oh, so I can see in. The ghosts must be doing me some favors today. So, you know, you can leave anytime you want to. You know, you're not going to die if you leave. Oh, yeah, I've got the good zoom now, don't I? Let's see. Because this is also the reason I want to see if we can get some facial recognition software in there somewhere. Oh, look, she's not amused. She's hiding. Ooh, who is she talking to? We should find out who she's talking to. Let's see if I can do this without blocking. Yep. Oh my God. You know who that is? That's the cute one. He's gained some weight. Ooh, it's not going well here, is it? Oops. I think he's a kid of a whale, though. That's why. It's like, I think he knows. His parents know. And if he's a kid of a whale, that means his family knows where he is. Because humans don't let money go far. Yes, Zoom. Wow. It means they can't breathe. Yes, I know that. But yeah, that's why I wanted this phone that's on the gimbal to be the phone I use, or the camera I use, because it has an excellent zoom. Ooh, that was a blue. Ooh, the chick who was sitting at the desk, she has a blue vest too. And I know the guy she was talking to was a gold vest. So, but yeah, he looks like he was once the cute guy. Let's see if we can zoom from here. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Oh yeah, I had to hear one heck, I'm zooming. Where is he? Oh, he disappeared. Damn. Because he'd have been in there. Too much reflection. Bummer. So, but yeah, this camera zoom, or this phone's zoom, is a lot more stable than mine. Mine looks like it tries to AI it or something. You know, like old Photoshop or something. So they're suffocating in so many ways. That is so funny. So yeah, they've all left here again. Let's see if they're in the back. Hey, it helps with the... Also, now that I have the 2 different phones, I can keep the gimbal in my left hand and move my right hand so I get these steps in. That's what I should do. I should call them Scientology steps and just start here or start somewhere else. And eventually when I hit my... Right now it's 6,000 because I'm doing a weight loss plan for my type 2, I can go, okay, I'm done. Hey, it'd be health and fitness, wellness, and getting rid of a club that was started by a science fiction writer who thought he knew more than everybody else. Because unfortunately, this place is all based on, I'm better than you. Yes, I'm reading Jenna's book, and yes, I'm getting through it. I just wish I realized the brain fog is helped by reading pages. I do have her book on Audible. I might be able to actually lend it out, because I've been on Audible for, 15 years, I think. So did we all have to hide back here because we didn't want to hear what I was saying about being able to get out and get your life together, belonging to some place that actually has a life other than you being stuck in a weird cycle of having to tell them what you said, what you thought on a daily basis? You know, this makes Catholicism look like nothing. So, and if you say anything out of line, you get a knowledge report. That should tell you something too. Something that's bad for you should not be called knowledge. So there's nothing wrong with wanting knowledge. Knowledge is what makes you better as a person. Even if it's just finding out what 2 + 2 is. So there's nothing wrong with that. And wouldn't you want to know more information about what you're doing with your life and where you're projecting yourself to? Do you really want to have somebody do it for you and tell you how to make yourself the perfect person? Because from what I can tell, you're just sort of in memorization of how to be the perfect person, or figuring out a way to pacify the person next to you without really taking it into yourself and using it. It's just a question. I mean, I'm getting more and more exposed to it by reading things, and it's not really making me want to come in, and I'm reading the books. So it's not like I'm reading anti-material, because I have my What is Scientology. But it doesn't convince me. And I try to look at it with an open mind. There are open minds in this world. So, I don't know. Maybe you should try that. Oh, a puppy. We had puppy time and I missed it. Bummer. So, anyway, just another helpful hint for living. But yeah, I was also, like I said, the move around private screen. They can put it in front of, I should find out how big the screens are at libraries, because they're all the same size. And then just sort of slip in a privacy screen somewhere and see if somebody gets it. They could pass it around while they look for things. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, hi, Cher. Oh my God, Cher. Heavy duty woman. You do eat your deer, right? You eat what you catch, please? Or have somebody else eat what you catch? Hell, like I always said, I lived with a 6-foot python and I used to call him Boots. Oh, you two must know each other well, considering how you're acting with each other. Oh, dog? I meant, what? Woman! I'm sorry, you! Dog. Oh my God. And save tails for horse blankets. Of deer? Do they have tails? See, it's how urban you can tell. You can tell I grew up in Oakland. You can tell I grew up in East Oakland. The only thing I know are mountain lions, skunks. I'm trying to think what else. Well, deer, but not usually close. Big deer, because my high school was like right next to a conservative area, so which was fine until the real big drought hit a couple of years ago, where the mountain lions were going to my high school. So, and going near the house on the other side. So, yeah, we didn't know how many mountain lions we had. Uh-oh. I don't want to get that you know what, you know where. So I'm going to have to keep talking. Deer tails are adorable with they wag like, oh my God. See, I can never hunt. I'd be saying, I cannot do that. I can't even eat deer because of, well, oh my God, I can't eat veal or lamb, or it's like, I don't know when that switch hit, when I decided not to be a mean girl anymore. And I just went full on, I can't eat that if I want to pet it. So, they have tails. Oh my God. Oh my God. I told you about the one elementary school where a deer ate my my principal's VW. That's when they used to have fog in the hills in Oakland. Climate change is believable. Where it was really bad. There was fog really bad where I lived in Oakland when I was a kid. And he shows up and half of his Volvo, or half of his VW is like crunched in, and he's like, I hit a deer, but I had to come to work. Okay, stop. Stop for the animals. I don't want to have to think about animal eating. And don't make me go there. That's too easy to go to right now. That's just too easy. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you miss the family that you chose before you decided to get rid of it all and become one of these people? You know, you can leave anytime you want to. Cult is when they think, or they manage to convince you that you cannot leave without something big happening to you, or your area, or your car, or whatever. Nothing's going to happen to you. There will not be millions of people that turn around from you. Most people won't know. And if you still know what your first 5-10 people do, they'll probably very much take you back. So, because they didn't want to be declared in the first place. You know, things like that. It's very easy to walk away from something that slightly annoys you, or annoys you so much that you probably scratch your arm when you walk in and wonder why you have panic attacks. Freaks. We had this conversation before, because I remember saying, I like goat. My mother liked goat until she was at her grandfather's ranch, and her grandfather told her she was eating the goat she named today. So, stop it. Yeah, no, yeah, I've ever since the VW. Yep, seen a bug get eaten by a
She's funny.
by a deer. It was amazing. They're a lot bigger than you think they are. In a weird way, that's good though, because that means they're living long enough not to starve. So that's the weird thing. I think somebody's listening to me. So then you take the children, you put them in a cauldron, and then you put some ginger ale in so they think they're having fun with it. And then you stir them with a big spoon, big wooden spoon. You know, like one of the ones you see at Ghirardelli Square. And then you give them some chocolate and tell them it's all going to be okay. The woman doesn't know what to do with me. Look, she was rocking back and forth when I started saying that. She was like walking towards me and walking away. Yeah. I think if anybody did that to me, I probably wouldn't even eat meat anymore. Yeah, I'm one of those people who does not like chicken breast, no matter what anybody says. Blech. I do try, though. Because I have to. I think she's waiting for a taxi, but I have a feeling, or a Waymo or an Uber or something, but I have a feeling she came out of came out of the office. She was just standing. I could see her looking at me from the side of her like eyes, and that's why I was like, she's paying attention to me. Here we go. I have to think of better stories. I just think of the ones that people always ask me, why don't you look your age? And I always say the blood of young virgins. And sometimes people really think that. I'm like, do you really think I could find a virgin in San Francisco? That doesn't seem to help. Up, we have a walker up there. I think he's leaving. So yeah, it's like because the blue ones don't seem to be permanent people here. Where are they being held? See, this is stuff that would take night annoyance. But I don't want to start coming here at night because I don't want to convince myself that it's safe, because nowhere by yourself at night is safe, men or women. So that's why I don't do it. Thank you, Granny G. Hello. Don't do that, Cher. Stop it. No more. You got to stop her. I'm going to have her put you on timeout. You should know that will get to me. Just from today. Yes. Hello, Granny G. Thank you. Yes, I laugh for Xenu Free. She is the one who is hopped. She's the one who provokes my giggles. So, thank you, Cher. I was gonna say, I know you know Fuzz well enough, and you know she's gonna shake her finger at you, because unfortunately, I am a bleeding heart tree hugger. So, I think it's some kind of karmic reward for being a mean girl most of my life, or when I was. When it mattered and where I could like mess with people's head, I was a really vicious woman, or vicious teenager, vicious young 20s. And one day I became nice. It was really weird. And ever since then, I can't be mean to people. I really, really honestly can't. It is so bizarre. I can ignore them and I can leave stuff out, but I can't turn around and be mean to them. Even when I think I'm mean to them, I'm not. So, yes, I will admit, I was a butthead for a long time. So, the Persian type cat, just excuse me while I lick myself. I'm wonderful, and you all know that I am type of chick. And it was like, ooh, that has just got to stop. I think I made somebody cry for real once, and like leave a club I was in, and that was it. So... Thank you, Granny G. I was gonna say, Fuzz, Cher says she's been spanked. Don't show it, because it's this weekend, I think. Everybody can look it up, though. It's called the Folsom Street Fair, but she's not allowed to put... It's a BDSM fair. When I was working in the main club that I worked at, it was right off of Folsom Street, so we used to have very interesting tea dances that day. That, and one of my really close club people who I love to planet Earth passed away last week, and my one story about him is when we were at Folsom Street, just sort of cruising around, seeing how everybody was doing. We took a side street. There was a bear bar, which is men with leather harnesses that ride Harley Davidsons and vests and all that stuff, and he was a little round, and it's straight. And we were walking by the bar, and he said, "Bear, fresh young bear for sale." And this is how weird we were. He threw out his arms. He was like, "Yeah." And then he went, "Wait a minute." And brought his arms in. He goes, "I'm straight." I go, "I know." But we can tease. So that's why Folsom Street got mentioned at least once before that. Was for my friend. Which his celebration of life is in December. So, and he was Jewish, so he probably had all of that done within 3 days anyway, so. But yes, I still think of him very funnily. He was a very good man. Dog tech. Yes, we've only had one dog, but the two little ones when I got here. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, because it was like, the web is not always PG. And I said, don't do that because I'm sure they have pictures. I don't go to the website because I don't need to. But I'm sure they have pictures. And those pictures would knock people off of their stools in the Midwest. And yes, I am saying that you guys are sincerely not exposed to what is very normal here in San Francisco. Right now we're showing off the grunge that they've done, that they haven't fixed, that they probably haven't had an opportunity to fix because that place has just been revamped and opened. So, and the guy who opened that place, that developer's into trophy buildings. So it's like he owns the Gherkin in London, and he owns a couple of other ones that are pretty fancy. And so he probably offered to like make this place look nice outside because he's totally into perception, of course. Trophy buildings, and this is the first Transamerica building that became the pyramid, and they probably said no. So, because nobody can help somebody for a legitimate reason. So I showed this off because I assume that after the election they'll have nothing better to do, and all the networks here, all of the news people here, I think even PBS did a thing on the pyramid, and it's officially the Transamerica Pyramid, sort of like how Chicago Building and the Chrysler Building are. I don't have the Chrysler Building. No, the Chrysler Building is, even though Chrysler's not in it. Transamerica hasn't been in the pyramid since 2009. So, I figured since they all covered the pyramid that if I keep doing this, someone will eventually come across this by accident during the slow news time. And then they'll get to hear about Scientology again, because Scientology is not keeping up the building they actually fixed when they bought it. And now they're letting it fall apart. So, and considering it's the original Transamerica building, I'm sure our own people will not take that well. So, yes, I keep going back and forth and back and forth. Okay, where am I? What are you up to, Cher? Oh my God, did you go there? Don't go there. Hi, Oakland TV. First year married, walked into a dim club in Miami. Weirdest 2 hours. Oh my God. Most BDSM clubs are for voyeurs. You don't usually want to do that to somebody who just walks in the door because it can get weird because they might have better lawyers than you. Oh, okay. Go for it, Oakland. Oh my God. See, you two do know each other. I could tell that one. Hey, I spanked one of my bosses once. Ooh, did I say that? Yeah, that also gives Scientology yet not another thing to grab me for. Yes. I used to go hang out at a S&M D&D club because it was a golf club. We liked to dance. That stuff was in the back room. Who are you talking to, Cher? And yes, Papa Cat has been in those clubs too. Because for some reason, my friends love to do those clubs and the DJs, and everything's insular. It's like these feeds will become insular. It's like eventually it will be, and people who come and see us and enjoy us, then we'll still be doing whatever we're doing. I'll be probably out here most of the days until Buzz tells me I need to take a day off, until the storm season, and then during storm season, depending on how bad it is, because I love storms, that I'll be doing it from home. And weirdly enough, Papa Cat will probably enjoy that when he's home. So because the DJ voice, I've always loved his voice. So he wanted to go into radio or broadcasting or something. So there's no where he came from in it, and it sounds like he could do voiceover work. It just never came around. So, but yeah, he's got that deep voice that just makes me happy. So, but yeah, that's what I figure. He's looking forward to it, I'm sure, because it'll be in the craft room. Craft room's got lots of moose and squirrels in it. And yesterday, that was the bummer about being too tired yesterday. I was gonna have Natalie and Carrie Ann behind, and Fuzz behind me, because I have like a, it's my craft room, so I have like this grate that I can hang things from. And I was gonna have all of them hanging from there, or like sitting on my chair or something, just to go, I'm with my friends right now. Who are you guys talking about? Who? What girl? Me or Fuzz? Because you're probably thinking of the one that wears the yellow dress, right? Frenchie, yes. Because that's probably the one you're thinking of, is Frenchie, because she also dyed her hair blonde and wore the yellow dress. I always wanted to dance like that. We used to always make dances, because Grease came out when we were kids. We used to make dances up for everything. Oh, and Papa Cat was coming out with an idea for a freak icon, and I said, what about Rick James?
I mean, there are a million.
And he's like, a super freak? And I'm like, yeah, just like, you know, face with dreadlocks. And of course, now I haven't been able to get that stupid song out of my head. So I'm sitting there every other time going, Temptation Sing. And it's been stuck in my head all day. So, Jan with the haircut. God, I haven't seen it in so long. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm sure Papa Cat was just thinking it's small. So, oh, you took it back. Well, I like that one. It is iconic. Oh my God, you have called me a beautiful blonde pineapple before, haven't you? See, I remind him of Frenchie. So, because I was wearing, oh look, another blue one. And now for something completely different. There's another blue one. What is he doing? I would love to be able to walk up to him, but you know how they are. So, oops, can't get my other phone in my hand. I don't know why it's doing that. I have to push. Nope, come on, stop. I'm not moving, I swear to God. Okay, I'm locked on him now. Could that be James Dean? I don't think so though. I think James Dean is taller. James Dean looked like he needed a good meal. Okay, let's walk around the other side, see if we can see him. No zoom, no zoom, no zoom. Okay. Yes, for a super freak would be iconic. No, see, I know they can't do it in the middle of the block, unless there's no entrance I don't know of. The one that I just saw now came out of the side door, and that's the one that James Dean and Alfred. Who named them? Who named them? Was that sitting? Was that you sitting? When they were doing some kind of, oh yeah, he's coming down this way. But there's so many people in the way. Let's see. Is that him? No, that's him. Okay. Who is that? It's not Cairo. Too short for Cairo. You know, he's gonna shave it off one of these days. I'm not gonna know for a while who he is. I mean, how long did it take me? 2 months to figure out that the car was the exact same car with the 2 different license plates? Damn. Okay. Oh, everybody's got a funny, gross story about Rick James. Trust me, dear. It may be one I actually do. No, it may be one I don't know. I doubt it, but it's like, yet again, another story about Rick James. He was a real sicko. So yeah, I was wearing yellow. I think it was maybe the start of this or something. Or no, it was another time. I was being a bumblebee bee because I love actually yellow and black together. And he called me his beautiful blonde pineapple. So, and I'll probably do it again. Oh, frog! Were you here earlier? I'm tired. The brain fog is taking over. So when I'm doing the brain fog thing, it just means I'm tired. So so yes, we do not need a funny gross story about James. Trust me. I know how gross they are. But thank you for playing. We should do a bingo. You guys should get a bingo thing going on what am I going to say again? Oh, okay. Let's see. Do we see anybody? I don't see anybody. Curtains are pulled back. The ghosts are helping. Do you really want to have to stay there and work for the next billion years without getting any kind of... You guys don't even get a participation trophy. So wouldn't you like at least that? Handshake, pat on the back, saying you're doing great instead of have you made your numbers and how many outs do you have and when are you going to go get audited and all that stuff. It's not a very positive club, you know. You should be able to tell it was in a positive club when people didn't go up very far very fast. Someone online, I guess, since we all listen to rumors now, said it takes about 20 years to get to OT8. Oh yeah, no, that's share. Okay, Fraud, I'm sorry. So yeah, don't go any farther. I know where this is going, Cher. Yes, no, not lamb recipes. What's the old sheep? The old sheep. I like old sheep. I don't like a lamb. I can't. And they're supposed to be having lambs out on the hills this year because we get our goats that are the natural like grass cutters, and weirdly enough probably their poop helps for the grass too or whatever. So supposedly the goats were done because they had trimmed it down enough that a different thing was popping up, and so now there were supposed to be sheep this year, but I haven't seen anybody. It's been drier than normal, so I don't think anything's been growing fast. Mutton. Why is mutton icky? Wouldn't it be better? Well, actually, you know what? I must love the taste of sheep then. Because I think I like mutton. Oh, and yesterday, I said in Carrie Ann's, when she was doing her Basket Wednesday, which you should all go to because she asks questions and we have to answer, and it's really cool, and she made me think, and I got very caring about the world from that woman. It was like, what is your favorite recipe and where would you want it to be? And I came out with the corned beef and cabbage made with ginger ale. Sugar ginger ale, none of this high fructose corn syrup. My dad taught it to me in my 20s, and then I would make it for my brother because his birthday was in March, and then I couldn't anymore because he's been a bad person to his body, and then I couldn't again because Papa Cat couldn't eat cabbage, and it's like I just said, forget it. If I kill him once, I'm sorry. I have it coming up. I just wanted to do it after COVID, and of course he had to work or we had to do something, and yes, the whole month of March. And so maybe next year I'll be able to do it because it's the best thing on the planet. I can maybe even get my dad to come over. He doesn't like our stairs. Oh my God. Really? That sounds neat. Woman, you should have like a channel and talk about your youngsterism, or, you know, kiss our butts more and we'll, you know, interact with you more. Damn, the truth hurts. What was it? Oh, then they told you had mutton in it. Yeah, but at least it's older and it's not as pretty. I have sheep like cosmetic sponge holders in my bathroom. I found, I think, at Target. Oh no, actually I could have found it at Daiso. That's possible. No, they're not peeking out. Those are the the ghosts. Cher. The ghosts like to pull the curtains back. I thought it was from the back door, but I don't know. There's some kind of weird vent that's making it do it, because the back door is completely closed, and the other back door goes into a hallway. So there's somewhere a vent, or it's just the ghosts, because this was the first Transamerica building, so Lord knows how many people went bankrupt here. I think I saw, I don't think the bob is there's the older tall lady with the hair, more like a bob. Oh, then again, I do it too. Her curls are sticking out. Lord knows everybody had to put up with that week when I did it. And my hair just wouldn't listen after that. Looked like Prince Valiant. It was gross. Calcanon? What the hell is Calcanon? I haven't been around a real sheep for a long period of time, so someone's trying to leave. But then again, you know, I say everything I do about meat, but I am the one who likes my beef barely, or because you have to do it specifically now. You have to say it in a specific way, otherwise they will not do it. I like my beef blue. Papa Cat has said, why bother? Just give it to her. It's like, but I do like it seared on the outside. So, weirdly enough, one of my favorite Japanese Vietnamese places does something called a bouncing beef, but what I think they do is they do a whole, like, slab, or not a slab, but a steak, and then they cut it up because the inside is like nice and red. So yes, I creep out everybody. I creep out my dad. My dad was the one who liked it that color. Cooties. Who's got cooties? My beef has cooties? So, you know, they're telling you to pay attention to me. So, you know, you should. There's nothing wrong with that. You can come out here and enjoy your life. The church won't fall apart if you leave. If there is 250,000 people in church, one person is not going to make a dent in it whatsoever to make it fall apart. So, and nowadays, nobody dies from pneumonia unless they've had it for a very long time and didn't admit to it. So if you come out of that door and then get a cold, you literally go into acute care the next day and have them fix it. Antibiotics fixes a lot of things, even if you guys don't believe in it. Could be why maybe your age range is low. And you can find out for real that children are not adults in small bodies. It's scientifically not possible because they don't have the room in their brain cavity. So they don't have enough area to be able to process things as fast. So, you know, the computers are small. So that doesn't make any sense. And that's usually why that's called a cult, is when it doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to pop the pop socket thingy on there we go, on my phone. So you might want to come out and start experiencing a real life, or in the real world, and not the little bubble that's Scientology. Ooh, are they getting closer to me? It's not the end if you find out here is more interesting. There are other people who do Scientology things. They just don't go through the culty practices because they actually like the theology of it. So then you wouldn't have to be working your butt off till every, Thursday morning to make sure you made your numbers. Even though if Chiron's supposed to be the new baby Bufu, you probably don't have to work as much as you thought you did. So that's a good thing, right? I'm trying to get, there's somebody standing there. Am I getting him? I might be getting him. Or is that a reflection? Nope, that's a hand. So, you know, if you want to like fix your credit because it's probably messed up from the organization commandeering your credit cards, you can always, instead of closing those accounts, you can just ask them to pause and not let any more charges go through, and you can work from it from there and get your credit to at least be stable to what it is at the moment. Because credit card companies, you can look at them as like Scientology. They want your money. They don't want to have to go through other ways to get more of your money, like collection agencies, which brings down the percentage of the money that they recoup down to like 30-40%. So they will work with you. A lot of people that handle money will work with you to pay them off. But you definitely want to put a pause on your credit cards. That way nobody else can charge anything to them until you call them up again. So fix all of your passwords, change your security words, change your PIN numbers, so you can keep other people out. And if you honestly explain to them what's going on, they'll probably more than likely help you by not canceling your cards and just putting them on holds. You'd be surprised how even credit card companies and I'm getting distracted. And customer service reps and customer service managers will help you get out of the bind that you're in. Unfortunately, it seems your club seems to be one of the few places that doesn't promote empathy, which is not healthy. Ooh, Osa's going to be mad that I'm this good with it. I like this phone. I haven't been able to be this close and constant, even with the reflection. So, is that Cairo? Could that be Cairo? It looks short and fluffy to be Cairo. Maybe they're all growing out their beards. Oh my God, I seriously wouldn't be surprised if they all have to grow out their beards like his, especially if he's going to be Bufu. So they're teaching him how to be a megalomaniac before he even like gets the position. So got to keep an eye out and see if he shows up with Davey anywhere, because mostly Davey only shows up with Tom Cruise. But was it Tom Cruise is finally coming out and saying he wants to have a relationship with Suri? So it's possible. Of course, not if he's going to talk about religion. She'll turn around and just close the door on him. He might be using her college education as like a reason he can talk to her, because she's a Carnegie Mellon. She's not stupid. At least we know that. So those are all reflections. I don't see anybody else. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to the normal world. Yeah, so now I'm going to also try to figure out how to use the gimbal on Prism instead of having it just used as a balancing device, because there are a lot of different things on the gimbal that I can use it for. Back to the office. See, my autocorrect in my head is working again. Oh! And since I have 2 Walla Wallas, someone has not taken their Walla Walla. Thank God it's an onion and it lasts forever. But I haven't been into mashed potatoes lately to save my life. Weirdly enough, the only thing I'm into right now are red potatoes, like German potato salad. That's it. Everything else, it's like I have had no interest in potatoes. So I blame the COVID, because I think I also made one more step up from the long COVID. So, because I thought I was just being age-related tired, then one day it was gone. And so it's like, Jesus, how tired have I been for the last year and a half? I know, isn't the shock great? No, it's not that warm here. It is actually pretty... Oh, wait. Is that him? That actually might be him. Osa's going to lose their mind when they see that I can see him. Where is it? Where are we? I think it is him. Here we go. Okay. Oh, they're wandering around, unfortunately. You don't have to be in there if you don't want to. You can always leave and start a new life. A life where you don't have to have people not come near you for. A life that you can talk to other people with. A life that you can enjoy yourself and not worry about what you're talking about to somebody next to you. Should never belong to a club that has a bad paper on you called a knowledge report. Shouldn't also belong to a club that won't let you share what you have learned. That's weird. You know, there have got to be mentors instead of just auditors and watchers. So, or your mentor? That's a twisted way to use that word. Where all they do is try to get everything they can out of you, and you have to make up something so they'll leave you alone, which is what a lot of them that have left have done, said. I'm reading the infamous Jenna Miscavige book, which I'm sure you guys don't even like being out in public. It's not that hideous. It really isn't. It's, you ask me, it'd actually be more of a teenager type of book to what to avoid and what to see when things are going on with her, with the way she describes her life in the first 230 pages. So, if you ask me, it'd be better as a don't do this type of thing. So yeah, it's not offensive. It's not constantly calling you guys evil. If any of you have read it, you might want to read it. You can get it on a Kindle. You can get Audible. You can buy it hardback or softbound. And it's a really informative book that would probably even help you guys to see through what you think you might have something worried about. And since nobody's a robot, you know you have to be at least a little bit gossipy sometimes and not always talk about the church. That's some weird programming. I'm sorry. You're not a church. You don't offer charity to people, inside or outside. That is the basis of a church. That is the basis of all churches. So they gave charity so they could strengthen their armies. Yeah. So if you guys want to strengthen your army, you should probably be just a little bit more compassionate towards people and not act like robots. That's just my idea of what should go on. Ooh, I love this Zoom. I'm sorry. You guys have a good day. Homemade potato chips. Wow. I'm seeing this because I have to turn away from the people who are coming in the door. Oh, it's a teenager too. You can leave if you want, little one. They seriously don't get that I don't film children. Okay, we're going to zoom out now because the girl's in the front. So, and I don't think, even though you never know, she might be just looking in. So, but yeah, since I've never filmed children. Not even in the real world. It's just like, you don't need your minor life being just in case somebody finds you who's a friend or not friend of yours to like tease you until you're 18. Nope, not into that. Roasted cabbage. Ooh, I never thought about that. I'm still the only one in my family who likes it. So the family didn't miss it. Well, my mom loved it, and I got to I started liking cabbage with my mom, or before my mom passed away. So my poor dog used to have to eat all of the vegetables that we didn't eat, because if my dad didn't eat it, I didn't have to eat it. So my poor German Shepherd, who I love to the planet, the end of the earth, he farted under the dining room table one day, and he walked out before I even knew what was going on. I was like, oh my God, what the hell have you done? And he just sort of came back, and he knew it. And I'm like, could you have at least warned me? So let's see. It does sound good, and I want to try it one of these days. Your Colcannon. Oh, I was also going to say this building is stone. So, and this is a wind tunnel. So I'm sure they could probably open doors or windows and it would not be very hot. And it'd probably take a couple of days for it to be hot. I don't really see them sweating when it was really hot around here for a few days. Nobody seemed to be upset about it. So when you live in a stone building, it takes a few days. Let's see. I'm reading Snitch Culture and Oppression with No End in Sight. Yes, I know. I don't understand that at all. It's like snitch culture. I mean, there are times when you need to tell on somebody that's not snitching. Snitching is when it has a bad purpose behind it. You know, like saying someone took a donut, you know, something like that. But saying that, you know, they're 2D'ing with someone somewhere is like, okay. Raw cabbage. I can do raw cabbage. I don't like radishes. I sit there, and I'm not a big, oh God, what's in chow mein? Chinese cabbage. I'm not a big Chinese cabbage person. And yes, I am so OCD that I pick out the veggies out of my Panda chow mein, or anybody's chow mein. And yes, my husband has learned just to sit there and grin. I don't do it out in the real world. I do it at home. Roasted cabbage, that's gonna stick in my head. I want to know. You should send me like how to do that. Cabbage steaks the other night. What's a cabbage steak, Cher? Carrie Ann, dubious about mashed potatoes. I'm not doing good with the vision impaired people today. I gotta get better. But bacon and onions make everything edible. Oh yeah, and like I was saying before I realized I could see them all the time, was the Walla Walla. I have, my friend hadn't picked it up. I gave the other one to my other friend because she lives a couple of miles away from me. So I've got our Walla Walla and her Walla Walla, and since they're onions, bok choy. If it's been in soup long enough, if it's been cooked in a soup long enough, I can do bok choy. Wild onions grow by my AC unit. That's funny. I believe it, honestly. You'd be surprised, like all the gardens here in the Bay Area, because and all the lemon trees and tangerine trees and plum trees we have, it's like when I was growing up, you didn't have to ask because it was hanging over. Anything hanging over the fence was fair game. That was just something everybody knew. So it was like when I moved to the other side of the bay and had to pay for a lemon, I almost had a brain hemorrhage. I was like, who the hell pays for a lemon? And it was like $1 too. I'm like, I was like, I didn't even eat the ones off my parents' tree. My parents' tree always had problems. And it was just so weird to have to pay for a lemon. Because they, Cher asked, or said, I never understood why anyone who's joined this cult not born in it doesn't get that they do nothing for humanity. Because they have propaganda. They have lots and lots of propaganda, and I think they're even doing it online now. Their letters. I mean, Natalie said she didn't know that there were so few Scientologists when she came out. You know, she thought they were everywhere, doing everything for everyone, and finds out it's all just propaganda. So when you're only exposed to that, and I'm sure, weirdly enough, there's a way on the phones because everybody's worried about the kids, which has its advantages, but disadvantage is it also makes the cults not be able to, the people who have them, be able to do things with them. I can see a lamp, but that's it. So I think it's this season because I usually could not see a lamp that well through a, yeah, this is a mirrored one. So it probably has to do something to do with the sun because it's nowhere near here now. So this might also be his office. His office is supposed to be, you're supposed to be able to see into his office 24/7. He does have the privacy shade, or you know, the mirrored thing up. I think that's his office, and now they're looking at me. Look at it. They've closed it a couple of times. They've closed the curtains a couple of times, and I was thinking, it's not me. It's somebody else is coming here, you know, on the down loan probably, and doing some protesting. Yes, Carrie Ann, you would know about this. This is what you're being prepared for. So yes, information control and capture everything. Yes, that is the thing. It can actually be used on what's going on in our elections. It's the same thing. It's like, so if you know and don't participate in the other side, because yes, I am for the miss who came from Oakland, because I was told that nothing good comes out of Oakland, and so it's going to be great that a president now comes out of Oakland, neener. that the stuff he does, if you go on YouTube, there are real psychologists explaining what he's doing to his own people. So if you want a job, you can always start online. There is a site called Amazon Mechanical Turk. Yes, it is part of Amazon. And yes, you may start doing things like receipts, but that's just to see how well you can adapt to things. And then as you get better at things, they will put you up. At one point, I was transcribing classes for teachers that had heavy accents. So the people online, because heavy accents don't go well over video. So I would transcribe them because for some reason I can understand accents. I don't know, maybe a Ukrainian boyfriend and a aunt who spoke Cockney. The only one that took me a while to understand was Scottish, and I finally understand it. So you can do things like that and get into niche areas and make money from home. They don't care how old you are because they can't ask. That's discriminatory. All you have to do is just show that you can do something. I think my resume on Turk starts later. You don't have to include your whole history of your work experience on your resume if you're just doing it because it goes back too far. The average resume should be only like a page or a front and a back right now anyway, because they don't have time to look for anything farther than that. So if you just like put in the last 5 or 10 years of what you do, in a weird way, they may actually appreciate what you do here because it's very administrative and it's very nose to the grindstone and it's 4 long hours. So what you're doing here actually may help you out in the real world. And it doesn't matter how old you are. So having them tell you that you're old and nothing's going to happen or you won't have anything happen out here is wrong. So there is no age-related discrimination when they can't see you. So all of that stuff they tell you is wrong. So you might want to start looking at these things. Find an unregulated computer or go to the computers at the main library and other libraries. God, I'm getting tired of that. And don't wear anything you wear here, including underwear and accessories. And go to the library, look things up, and then when you're done, go into the settings of the browser, hit history and hit clear. Then you don't have a footprint there and start learning things. Don't just think that we're all hateful and into getting you guys in trouble for something. There are a lot of sites and things to do that are anti-Scientology, but not viciously anti-Scientology. It's very logical how they do it. So you might want to look it up. There was once, or is one of the ex-Sciento people who actually put out like a newsletter every day of what she's seen or done or been sent, like clips of. And she started piquing her interest when she was listening to the protesters because they seemed to be making sense. And so we can't all be horrible zombie people that just are after your brains. It doesn't work that way. It's called the real world, and people out here in the real world actually do care what's happening to the people in these doors because they don't think it's right. We think you're losing your humanity. So just listen then. I'm here every day for a little while and tell you things. And hell, if you can even see me on YouTube, you can find out what else I'm talking about and who the people I'm talking to. It's not all hellfire and brimstone. We're not evil. We're just human. So think about that for a while, freaks. See, I can start blaming Jenna for getting my brain fogging gear because somebody had once said that reading actual books helps better with cognitive function because I guess maybe, you know, the rapid rate of, you know, LCDs, how some people can see them like, I can see LED lights sometimes shutter. So it's like, I guess they're thinking that maybe paper, stuff that's not electronically involved may help with things like brain fog, because there's not something in the background being distracted by any other part of your brain. So I can blame Jenna for helping me start to get over my brain fog, because I'm reading her book. And maybe she'll also help. I tried the What is Scientology. It was just a little too convoluted for me at the time, and it'll probably get better after this. I've got a couple other books I can read before it, and just wander back into the wonderful world of reading. So, it's possible. Anything could happen. Let's see, what am I reading? International Informational Control, and then Carrie, interesting they put out signs that say curious. Yeah, Cher, but they also, it's like they made things that are positive sound or sort of waft bad. It's like, what, you don't want to do these things? I mean, when you go down to Scientology, you don't want to do these things because that's humanity. But, it makes you interested. What a cute little, I'm sorry, raincoat cute. Yes, I'm ADHD. Can't you tell? And yeah, speaking of that, my planner, my beautiful yellow ADHD planner, I've gotten into the handout for a couple of pages. It's like, wow, you can get the planner, but how long is it going to take you to start? Oh my God. So yeah, this is what the little thing says. Stable, composed, happy, responsible, active, and certain. It's like, wouldn't that be what you're, if you are thinking these things, then you don't need to be curious about yourself because you're doing good. It just it sounds wrong, as usual. This is Scientology, right? Yeah, especially considering they stamp on curious like crazy. Knowledge report. So yes, it's okay to be curious. It's okay to be curious on your deathbed. So it's like, I will answer any question at any time, and I'll be honest about it. A friend of mine who had a long illness, and during that time I spent a lot of time with him, and he would ask me questions and I would give him the real answer. So, which didn't make a lot of people happy, but you know what? It calmed him down. When he finally realized, am I going to die? And nobody would answer for a couple of days, because I figured his partner should tell him. And he just said, nobody's telling me, am I going to die? I'm like, yes, you are, dear, and it's okay. And he calmed down. It's like, I don't believe in holding things from people. So it doesn't do good in the end. I'm probably going to have to out my dad to my aunt because I don't want to tell her. And it's like, it's not helpful in the end. It causes too much confusion. So it's like, I'm sorry, the real world gets in the way all the time. And it also helps me to calm down, because I hate holding things that I think people should know, that aren't evil, that aren't getting back at them. Here's a distraction. Nix it junk removal. These are the people who cleared out my house and the other house. What they do is they separate the junk, and then they have a big warehouse that they put for like Habitat for Humanity, brokers who want to buy to consolidate metals, and I think there's shelters that they can help. And because they try to have a close to a zero waste as possible. So they are really cool, and it's a woman-owned business. I loved working with them, and I will totally promote them any chance I get. So yeah, exactly. They take earnest desire and give people awfulness, right? And it's like, why? I have known people in so many situations, and the ones that get me completely baffled are the people who are in the most horrible situation in the world and are not living, in a nice house, or not even a nice house. They're living in squalor, but they know they can get better. They know it can get better. They know that if someone smiles at them, it will be better. Those are the people that are just like, see, we should all be like this. It's just trying to work our way up to something that is a level in our head that makes us comfortable. We don't all have to be happy all the time. We can be comfortable. I have learned this because of the way I am. I guess you could say I channeled what could be very bad mental into positive mental, because I don't want to be unhappy and depressed all the time. So it just works that way. So I try. I think these things every day now. And I think it's from the latest level of COVID that's gone away. So, which I need to talk to a friend of mine because he's had long COVID for longer than me. And it's hard for him. And he talks to me about it. And I think I need to talk to him and ask him, how's he doing? So, because he doesn't really like to talk about it to anybody but me. So, I think I'll do that. A couple of days. So I think I'm done for today. I've done an hour 40. Wow! Oh my God. I have been a positive force for today. I think I'm happy. I also think I'm exhausted. So I might have to go across and get a piece of bread or something. So I'm sort of feeling crashy, but hey. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And talk about what I had for lunch. I love my bouncing beef because I can get it with just watercress. Is that what it is? I always get it wrong. On watercress and not with rice. So I can have like a steak salad. So, yeah, I know, Papa Cat, the new sim worked. That is awesome. So, Natalie and Reese. Oh, I'll listen to them on the way home too. Thank you for coming in. Hit the like button. Everybody's having fun with the pyramid. There will be a moose and a unicorn on the top, who are my people who help me. Yes. The one thing, Cher said it. Millard Fuller, founder of Habitat with his wife, lived down the street and was friends with Jimmy Carter. Buried with no headstone in the family pecan orchard with a hammer stuck in that tree. That's awesome. Yes, I know. I'm going to miss Mr. Carter when he goes. President Carter, I was bummed when Rosalind went because they spent a lot of time and he was the most tree hugging. He had solar panels on the White House in the 70s. Unfortunately, Reagan took them down. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I am now done. Have a good evening, think good thoughts, and do something to make you and your world smile. Ciao, Bellas.